Another puppy. Good morning, 253 people. We are out here in, well, we went to the storage facility, so check it out. So I'm down here at the farm, the warehouse where we store all our cars, because I'm gonna help them put the roof on today with AJ. We're gonna try to fix it up for them good. So while we're here, I figured I'd show you guys around all the stuff that's hanging on around here. This is my mom's place, and my stepfather, he's into cars too, so it's all a whole bunch of, it's all in the family, you know what I mean? One of the videos we were last here, I mentioned that there was a pickup truck that I went to pick up with my stepfather, and I didn't get to show you it, so I figured here's a chance to check it out. I believe we're looking at a 1954 GMC. Kind of looks like Mater from the Cars, eh? Pretty sure his plans for this is going to be your slammed on the ground hot rod kind of style pickup. I don't know if he's going to chop and channel it much, but I know he's going to put a pretty gnarly Chevy engine in here. He's got some friends that build race motors and race cars, and so he's technically got a good plug for a race engine. Should be pretty wild. He's got that, and he's got something else inside the shop. We'll go check it out. So this is a storage area inside. You can see there's a couple cars around. It was an old horse farm. Now this is where we keep our cars in the winter. There's paid storage here for other people too. They want to store their cars. They pay a monthly fee. Steve often has his car here. We got Craig's Le Mans, my Nova's in the back. And so let's check out Luke's other car. This one is a 63 Chevy Nova, Chevy 2. It was actually a project that my dad had found, picked it up online, and my stepfather Luke was interested in it. So it ended up here. Needs some work and needs some love, but often these cars really do. It's all part of the game, right? So this one too, he's gonna fix it all up, make it handle good, kind of do like a retro mod sort of deal. I know he's got another race engine kind of thing set up for this, so this one's gonna haul ass too. So he's gonna have a really gnarly truck and a really gnarly car, and I'm sure that's just the beginning, because as you can tell, this place is under renovation. All that front section, that's gonna be his garage, his shop. He's gonna have room for a couple cars he can work on at a time. He's gonna have an engine room, tool room, all that fun stuff. He's got it all planned out, and it's coming together pretty nicely. Look forward to seeing some cool stuff in there in the future. He already bought a lift and stuff. Things are on the way. So anyways, this car here, like I said, 63 Nova. I think they call them shoebox or something. There's my Nova, my 66. It's actually a Pontiac Acadian. The plan so far for this one, I've talked about it before, but this is basically, this car will be a quick street car that handles. I'm gonna LS swap it. I've already done the suspension work on the front. It's got a Mustang 2 front end, coilover, adjustable suspension. Still got to finish it all up, bring it back home and do some work to it. But that's going to be after the El Camino's done. But this one will basically, yeah, it'll be a quick car that I can drive on the street. It'll be fun to drive. It'll be easy to drive. And it's going to look really cool. It's my favorite muscle car ever. If you guys have been watching, you know that this car was actually my grandfather's car. Then it belonged to my uncle. And now it's mine. This is the first car that I ever went to a racetrack with. When my uncle had it, he used to drag race a lot, and he used to take me with him, which was some of the coolest experiences of my life. Thank you, Uncle Steve. I want to make this car handle not just like straight line fast, but actually be able to handle corners so I can drive it like Toge style, like the RX-7, road course it. Hopefully, probably time attack and autocross. Check it out. Oh, shit, yeah. That's my mom. This is her office. Big race fan, too. Oh, where'd she go?
She's gone to get coffee or something.
Awesome. His brother's number. That's the reason for naming the channel right there. Keep that spirit alive. That was our younger brother's race number. That kid. And this was the kid's car. He is now pretty much owned by this kid.
Yeah, that's owned by me.
You want to do something with it? Because if you don't, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
If it gets to that point where all my stuff is done, which could be 100 years, so it doesn't, that doesn't really count. But yeah, we're gonna have to do something with this thing one day. Do you remember what year it is?
It's 86.
It's 86?
Yeah.
So it's an 86 Supra. What do you guys think? What kind of setup should be done on this? Somebody want to send us a 2J? I don't really know, I haven't really researched what it is for parts for this thing and stuff like that. I don't know if it's going to be super expensive.
The wire in front of here is actually set up for 250, right?
Is it?
It's already been passed and everything. The ultimate is before you get it. Ripped out all the brakes, ripped out everything, redid it before, and then it was supposed to be slapping the motor and let's go.
What kind of motor? Was it injection or was it carbureted?
It was injection.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Had the, get the 4-speed transmission too, but I don't know what happened to half the parts.
You had an automatic transfer though, no?
What's that?
Was it automatic he had?
Yeah, it was automatic, but I think he had the conversion kit. He wanted to rebuild it to be a manual.
Yeah, I know he wanted a manual.
Yeah, so he's been trying to trade parts or something.
But what do you think of LS motor or
Yeah, probably.
JDM or whatever? Yeah. Have to make it sit nice. It's got the mags from my RX-7 on it right now because I don't want to spend money on 19-inch tires. But, yeah, it needs yeah, look at that's it's all moldy in there. It was sitting, it was like in a barn for a long time, then it went to your garage thing and then it came here.
When we got the car, there was still half a 2JZ in it.
Yeah.
Top end was blown out. It had to be, it was done, it was finished, but it did have it in it. But it was sitting in a container for like 5 years.
Yeah, where did it come from?
It came from California.
It did, eh?
Yeah.
Huh.
Good,
That-
good
would
deal
it-
on it. There's a lot of sun damage on it. There's not a lot of rust.
There's no rust, I can't find any. Down here,
you
you'd think, look at that, even underneath. Well, there's a little bit of rust around the bolt in there, but you'd think it would rust underneath this side, like that little piece of side skirt.
Yeah, when we were checking it out, the one spot we had rust was in
Get some light on the subject here. Here we go. A little bit of light. Look at that. Those things are all super, super solid. Look at
Sure,
that. There's only surface rust there. But there's not even like here. They would rust out and stuff, you know, on the seam.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's not even a trace of rust on it.
Even in here, it's nothing.
Dang. I actually didn't really realize how ultra clean this thing is.
Yeah, well, that's why I kept keep it.
Shit.
Kept it inside.
It's like a video on its own right here. Don't know if that means anything.
It was made in February 1986.
So there's another thing that's going to potentially be on the channel at one point eventually, but we're getting there every day because you guys keep on hitting that subscribe button and we're climbing and climbing, and when the gates open, well, then we're going to start really party and start to really work on some crazy stuff. There's this too. Ooh. So this, I believe, is an MG Spitfire, also belongs to Luke. And at first I kind of teased him about it, referring to it as a Miata and stuff. And then I felt bad because I found out it belonged to his dad. And his dad actually used to race these things on a circuit. So this one is a restoration project that he's got, that he's gonna make it pretty snappy too. There's a kit that you can put a 302, that's a V8 Ford engine in it, straight up. Knowing him, he'd probably throw a Chevy 350 in it, but can you imagine this with like 400 foot-pounds of torque? It'd be a monster. Not too into convertibles, but since it's a small car, it's probably the only way that you're not gonna bang your head on the roof. And plus, if it goes that much power, well, we'll have to make a nice little cage for it. Something kind of cool, right? Yeah, I think he did have the motor sitting around somewhere. Pretty sure that's the old engine that came out of it. Oh, maybe a lawn tractor clutch.
A little rad too.
Oh yeah.
It's literally like lawn tractor parts.
Yeah, look at it. It's compared to a coffee can. Right. While everybody's figuring out the workday over there, let's get a little shot of this car here. Craig, we need to talk about this car. You guys remember my buddy Craig Crash? He was around for the transmission swap in the IROC videos a while ago. It was Jessica's car. That car actually belonged to him before, and this is his current car in here. Now, I'd like to really see something happen to this, so if you guys can get the subscriber number up, I'm really hoping to help him out and do something really cool. So you guys have seen this before. We transported it, pulled it out of the back. It was stored at my house in a Tempo for the longest time, and the Tempo got destroyed by weather because I have terrible luck with Tempos. So we brought it over here to the storage area, and it's been here for about a year now. Now this is a 72 Le Mans, Pontiac Le Mans, very close to the Pontiac GTO, same kind of chassis, the Chevy, the Chevelle. They're all built on the same frame, basic same idea.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
So I don't really know what his plans or his timeline are for this car, but like I said, I'd like to see something happen. And what I think would be cool is, since we got an El Camino drift car, I think this would be a pretty gnarly track car, like for road racing, for time attack, all that kind of fun stuff. So Craig, maybe we can figure something out. We'll talk. And now we get to work. Say hi.